إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا إلى يوم الدين أما بعد. So we will start inshaAllah tabaraka wa ta'ala in studying the most honorable thing that we can study, the highest thing that a student of knowledge takes care of and studies and pays attention to, which is the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the barakah in our time. And we ask Him subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us barakah in our time to finish the tafsir of the Quran, all of it, and to make it beneficial and give us ikhlas, and that is, we only seek His face with doing this and nothing else from the dunya at all. The book that we have chosen to go through is one of the most famous tafsir and one of the easiest tafsir, and it fits perfectly for a beginner student of knowledge, an intermediate, as well as an advanced student of knowledge. Its wording is simple, and the author of this tafsir has a long love and companionship with the book of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that is extremely vivid and very clear to those who read what the Shaykh rahimahullah ta'ala has written. The tafsir that we will start with is Taysiru al-Karim al-Rahman fi tafsiri Kalam al-Mannan, authored by al-Allama al-Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala. And before we begin with the tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha, there are introductions that are crucial and very important and beneficial at the same time, that we will take more than one class. It needs lectures and classes with, in order for us to finish them, and then we enter inshaAllah to the tafsir of Surah Al-Fatiha. The first introduction that we're going to go through is the introduction of the student of the Shaykh, the student of Al-Imam al-Sa'di, al-Shaykh al-Allama, the Shaykh of the Hanabila of his time, Abdullah ibn Abdul Aziz al-Aqeel, ibn Aqeel. I will not read the full thing. I will summarize from it. Shaykh al-Hanabila ibn Aqeel says what? الحقيقة, in reality, أن هذا التفسير قد وضع الله له القبول بين المسلمين. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this tafsir, explanation of the Quran, acceptance between the Muslims. فهو يذاع من إذاعة القرآن الكريم بالمملكة يوميا مرتين. For it is being broadcasted daily in the إذاعة, the channel of Al-Quran al-Karim in Saudi Arabia, twice a day. ويقرأ في المساجد على جماعة المصلين, and it is read in the masajid with the people who pray at the masajid in congregation. ويدرس في حلقات المشايخ, and it is taught in the lessons of the mashayikh. And then he goes on to say, وهذا التفسير من أنفع التفاسير وأقربها. This tafsir is from the most beneficial and easiest of tafasir إلى الفهم لسهولة عبارته, to understanding because of how simple it is, how simply worded it is. For it is easy words and clear meanings. واضحة المعاني. خالية من التعقيدات والإسرائيليات ومشاكل الإعراب وذكر الخلاف. And it is free from complications, mentioning of the news of Bani Israel, the Israelites, and the problems of grammar, and also it is free from mentioning disagreements. And the most important thing, that it is safe and free from تأويل آيات الصفات, from the distortion of the ayat of the attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. حيث يفسرها على منهج السلف, for he explains it according to the manhaj, the way of the pious predecessors. إضافة إلى ما فيه من الاستنباطات الدقيقة, in addition to what it has from the fine inferences. Beneficial, fine meaning يعني very hard to notice. Inferences. وذكر ما يستفاد من كل آية يمر بها في موضعها دون الإحالة إلى موضع آخر. And he mentions what is benefited from every ayah in its place, and he does not refer us to another part of his book. This is what the Shaykh said, and I would like to add to this. It is not easy back in the day to keep mentioning the benefit. Is this understood? Yani the ulama, why do they do this? Why do they say, refer to the first volume? Because they don't have computers and printing press at that time and so on. You're reading a book for one of the ulama back in the day. It's going to take so much time for them to keep repeating what they have said. So they do what? They tell you, go to page so-and-so. And I think, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, most of us, when we read and they say go to page 30, most of us don't go to page 30 and we just continue and we do not remember what was said there. So we won't find this problem here. Alhamdulillah. Yani the Shaykh has made his job harder and our benefit easier. That's what he did. And then Shaykh al-Allama Ibn Aqeel says, وحسبك ما أرشد إليه من الأخلاق السامية والحكم النبوية والآداب الشرعية. الله أكبر. وصدق رحمه الله تعالى. And he says, it is sufficient for you what he has indicated from the Islamic manners and etiquettes and the prophetic wisdom and the Islamic mannerisms and etiquettes. All of this in easy wording that is understandable by laymen and the students of knowledge. They benefit from it. And then the Shaykh says what? The Shaykh ibn Aqeel, ولطالما تمنيت ودعوت الله تعالى أن يهيئ لهذا التفسير من يترجمه إلى إحدى اللغات الأجنبية لا سيما اللغة الإنجليزية. He says, and subhanallah. And he says, and بس لا طالما يعني forever I have wished and made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he makes someone translate this tafsir to one of the languages, the foreign languages, especially the English language. لعل الله ينفع به هناك, so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may benefit there. فهو أبلغ دعاية إلى الدين الإسلامي وبالله التوفيق. For it is the most فهو أبلغ, or it is more powerful in making da'wah to the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives tawfiq, or by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is tawfiq. Allahu Akbar. Before we continue, I have a project to propose. Are we ready? More projects. We already started with a project which is what? which is that we're going to make quotations from Riyadh al-Salihin, and I think that's more than easy. And Ibn Junayd said that he's already making it, and we have the first benefit there. And we will publish it as a book, insha'Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala. I'm going to propose a second project that has to do with this translation of the Quran. I am thinking that we make a translation of the Quran by the words of Imam al-Sa'di. Instead of having all of the explanation, that's going to be many volumes, no, we make something like what Shaykh Taqiyuddin al-Hilali did. However, we only take it from what Imam al-Sa'di said. So that when somebody wants a translation of the Quran, he can go to the translation of Taqiyuddin al-Hilali or the translation of Imam al-Sa'di. Meaning the ayah, we take its meaning only from what Imam al-Sa'di said and we put it there and that's it. So as if he's reading the Quran, he's reading the translation of Imam al-Sa'di without the full explanation. And if it's a half a page, no, we summarize it into what the ayah says from what Imam al-Sa'di said. And this will be under my supervision, and I need someone to be with me to do that, to be writing this down and having the books. And I would suggest Ibn Munir. Are you up for the task?
نعم أستاذ نعم.
طيب, because you have the books and you have everything, so you just need someone to help you with what? With writing it down. Naam. So Val is asking, saying, يعني, what does this mean basically? You know, when you open the Quran, you open the translation of the Quran. Of course, you don't open the Quran. You open the translation of the Quran of Taqiyuddin al-Hilali. And you have what? You have the ayah, what the ayah says, and in parentheses, sometimes some additions that are needed. What we're going to do is, we're going to take what Imam al-Sa'di said and make it like that. So that you're not going to go through the whole tafsir of Imam al-Sa'di. However, the translation of the Quran that you have is the translation of Imam al-Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala. What Imam al-Sa'di said. And if we wanted to add anything else because of any problem we run with, we can add what Ibn Kathir said or what Ibn Uthaymeen said. Simple as that. And we can refer to it in the footnote. How does this sound? Is this too much work? Is this hard? Are we capable of such a thing or no? This will take years, by the way, inshallah. I'm waiting for your answers. Barakallahu feek. Maybe there aren't many people watching us. Like, let me know, because we are early today in the lesson. Let me know. Ibn Junayd, maybe we can do it in a group work. Why not? I also recommend Ibn Junayd. Yani maybe Ibn Munir and Ibn Junayd. I have both of your contacts. Maybe if and we can get some of the brothers as well transcribing and so on, then that could be something. Just I'm in, inshallah. طيب, good. As someone who's extremely reliable, Ibn Junayd, a great asset, Allahumma barik. And Ibn Munir, Akhi Ibn Munir, Allahumma barik as well. And however, ya akhwa, we have to be not just serious about this. I think this could be the best thing that we can ever do in our lives. Yani, what is more honorable than writing a translation of the Quran by one of the ulama, of the biggest ulama of our time, Imam al-Sa'di, and having it published and so on. This is going to be something, I don't think there is something higher than the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that we get such a translation for the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Anyway, Shaykh al-Allama Bakr Abu Zaid has also mentioned many benefits in his introduction. He said that he has worked on a Tafsir al-Muyassar. He has revised it, the final revision that a group of the ulama have done. And he said that he found that the Tafsir al-Muyassar relies heavily on the tafsir of Ibn Jarir al-Tabari, who died at the year 310 Hijri, and tafsir Ibn Sa'di. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on him. Yani the tafsir al-Muyassar relies heavily on tafsir Ibn Jarir al-Tabari and al-Imam al-Sa'di. So he says, due to that, I have a certain special care, yani taking care of, yani attention, a special attention of the tafsir of Imam al-Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala. And the Shaykh Bakr Abu Zaid says that in the tafsir of Imam al-Sa'di, due to the extreme care and attention that Imam al-Sa'di has paid to the books of Shaykh al-Islam ibn Taymiyyah rahimahullah ta'ala and Ibn al-Qayyim, he has selected many benefits in which he has adorned his tafsir with. طيب. Barakallahu feekum. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you all. I would appreciate for my sisters that when they are joining us or commenting, or that they do not put their pictures. If we have a sister that has her picture showing, barakallahu feekum, remove your picture, barakallahu feekum, as this is a cause for fitna. And I'm not going to sugarcoat this, but even if we are in a majlis of ilm, you would have some of the people actually clicking on the image in order to look at the picture and so on. But this is not a place of fitna. This is a place of ilm, and this is not befitting for a place of ilm. Barakallahu feekum. So change your pictures. You are more than welcome to join us, and you are more than welcome to be there. However, if you have the picture, barakallahu feekum, I don't know, Allah, I don't know how to do this, but I tried, yani, to, if you have change your picture and then join. If not, I will ban from the channel. Then Shaykh Bakr Abu Zaid, he has mentioned what? He mentioned the benefit that is narrated in the Athar, من عمل بما علم ورثه الله علم ما لم يعلم. And it is a very precious benefit that the one who acts, look, we are here wanting to learn the Quran, so we want to act upon the Quran. The one who acts according to what he learned, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala teaches him that which he does not know. Where is the evidence for this? Ya Ibn Junayd, in the Quran, it is Surah An-Nisa, ayah 66, 67, and 68. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, وَلَوْ أَنَّهُمْ فَعَلُوا مَا يُوعَظُونَ بِهِ لَكَانَ خَيْرًا لَهُمْ وَأَشَدَّ تَثْبِيتًا وَإِذًا لَأَتَيْنَاهُمْ مِنْ لَدُنَّا أَجْرًا عَظِيمًا وَلَهَدَيْنَاهُمْ صِرَاطًا مُسْتَقِيمًا. The ayat from Surah An-Nisa, ayah number 66 and 67 and 68, the meaning of which, but if they had acted what they were told, it would have been better for them and would have strengthened their faith. And indeed, we should then have bestowed upon them a great reward from ourselves, and indeed, we should have guided them to the straight path. And then the Shaykh Bakr Abu Zaid makes dua for Shaykh Ibn Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala, and he says that in what he has done, he does not know of any alim from the same region as Al-Imam al-Sa'di that has a full tafsir with such high quality. So surely, Shaykh Bakr Abu Zaid says, surely Shaykh al-Sa'di rahimahullah ta'ala has paid the debt regarding those that came before him, and he is the forerunner for those that came after him, and this is the grace and bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and he gives it whomever he wills. Dar ibn al-Jawzi, the last year's or يعني 2 years, almost 2 years, the عام 43 1443, and I am not using the one book. I'm not using this, just so you know. The usual that you see, the one volume. No, I'm using the 4 volumes. I'm using the 4 volumes version. طيب. And we will stop here, inshallah azza wa jal. How long have we been? How long has the lesson been now? The tafsir lesson? We're not gonna...
20 minutes.
20 minutes is good. 20 minutes is good. We're gonna stop here, inshallah azza wa jal. And we will continue, not tomorrow, after tomorrow, inshallah, because tomorrow there will be no lesson. It's a day off, inshallah azza wa jal. And if there is a lesson, if I am home, I will let you know on WhatsApp. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.